Yeah. Yeah. What's good, Shadow Gang? Going back to another video. Yeah. That's okay. Well, I don't know how to drink water apparently. Um, Welcome back to another video, y'all. It's been a minute. We back in this hole. We gonna react to another video. Y'all know the gist. We gonna react to. We need to talk about Ryan Garcia. So he just became WBC welterweight champion. I was gonna watch that fight last night, but then I actually fell asleep. Like, one thing about boxing, I wish they start earlier. Well, I wish there wasn't too many cards. Like, there wasn't too many fights. Like, I don't know. It's just pissing me the fuck off whenever I have to sit through shit. And it's like I came to see one fight, and I fell asleep, and the other, and whatever. Point is, I did catch some of the highlights. Ryan Garcia definitely dominated, but that's expected because the other dude, I didn't know too much of him. But I did saw the Pacquiao fight he had like last year, and I'm like, damn, he went to a draw with Pacquiao. Is either the Pacquiao's that good, which he is. I think he's the greatest of all time. Pacquiao's my favorite fighter. Or they, homie, you have a lot to learn if you have to go to a draw with that guy. But again, Pacquiao won that fight. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But yeah, man, Ryan's now WBC welterweight champ. He's going after Shakur actually, and Shakur just won his fight. So yeah, let's see where this is going. Let's see what our boy got to talk about.
All right, fellas, we just saw Ryan Garcia face off against Mario Barrios, and it was certainly a...
Yeah, I'm gonna give me one moment. Hold on, we restarted niche. Pun do not disturb. All right, let's go.
All right, fellas, we just saw Ryan Garcia face off against Mario Barrios, and it was certainly a one-sided affair. Now, going into this fight, nobody really knew what to expect. For both, their last performances were nothing special, and this here was a chance for both to prove why they belong within the elite of the 147-pound division. It was a chance to silence the doubters and line themselves up as one of the A-sides in one of the hottest divisions within the sport. So we need to talk about what just happened in this fight, what went down, and what's next for both men. Now, the idea of this fight was fascinating going in. What everyone wanted to see was if their previous performances were a one-off or not. Garcia's last performance against Rolly was a shadow of what we saw against Haney. He looked like half the fighter he once was. And with instability and drama seemingly always circling, I don't think anyone knew for sure what Ryan we would end up seeing tonight. Whilst Barrios was coming off that draw against Pacquiao, and I think many of us gave him the benefit of the doubt that his last performance was lackluster just because of his over-the-top respect for Pacquiao. His performance in that fight made it seem like he was treating it like an exhibition, and most of us assumed that this time round, he would be a lot more active. Although what we got tonight was a very similar version of Barrios. Within the first minute of the opening bell,
I saw this
Barrios
clip.
had already touched the canvas. Garcia threw back-to-back right hands, which would end up catching Barrios and...
Which is crazy that I was watching. I'm like, damn, Ryan knocked him down with the rights because Ryan's known for his left. Like, I saw a whole video of him, like, breaking it down too. Ryan, I saw like a short video on YouTube, and I'm like, damn, this motherfucker got him with the right.
Putting him down. Really, it was the perfect first round for Ryan and would set the tone for the rest of the fight. From these early rounds, Garcia showed Barrios his speed and his wide variation of punches, which caused Barrios to be incredibly hesitant. Throw in some feints from Ryan, and Barrios simply didn't want to throw because if he overreached, he didn't know what was coming back. But he knew what was coming back was going to be fast. Barrios couldn't figure out the puzzle in front of him. He didn't even know how to approach Garcia, and the rest of the fight basically followed the same pattern. There seemed to be no real plan B from the Barrios camp. Garcia managed to keep Barrios in the center of the ring most of the fight, within range by utilizing those feints and jab perfectly. It was incredibly simple, but it was an effective game plan. The speed and power Ryan was known for was on display here, and Barrios simply couldn't compete. It did slow in the later rounds, which Ryan's father Henry said was because of Ryan hurting his right hand, but even then, he still dominated. Ryan, in my opinion, pitched a shutout performance. Really,
Is that De La
outside of
Hoya right
knockout,
there, I
he
see?
couldn't have gone more perfectly. Ryan seems to really thrive when the stakes are incredibly high.
Word.
And this here has catapulted
Besides
him
tank
straight back
fight,
to the forefront of
honestly.
the sport. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed with Ryan's performance. Was it against the weakest champion 147? Yeah. Did Barrios really bring anything to even worry Ryan?
Damn.
Not really, but Ryan didn't allow Barrios to even try. Ryan
That's so
showed that the
true,
skills
because
he's
the
best
highlights
known
are so
for
crazy.
are still there, while also showing he can really utilize a wide array of punches. He's not a one-trick pony, and he doesn't just have the left hook.
Right.
The one thing I thought was the most impressive about this performance was that he remained mostly disciplined. He fought this like a man on a mission and reaped the rewards of doing so. And now some of the biggest opportunities in the sport await him. 147 is an incredibly hot division. You have the likes of Devin Haney, Rolly Romero, Conor Benn, and Teofimo Lopez all competing at...
I recently just watched all these guys' fights, their last fights, which is crazy. Haney got dropped by Ryan. Yes, he got like knocked out and stuff. He got okay. So I saw a clip saying that forget PEDs, Ryan still won the Haney fight just off of pure skill, and I kind of agree with that. And a lot of people are like, oh, y'all hate Haney so bad. And it's like, well, he made himself hateable. He literally said in the press conference when Ryan was overweight, like 2 or 3 pounds don't matter. I'm still gonna rock his shit. Da 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 da. And also remember when that PED shit came out, it was kind of weird the way it came out. Like, it's just weird shit. And he went on a whole rant that did not make him really likable. And again, he let his father talk way too much. I remember I reacted to those videos too. Rolly actually beat Ryan, and I just saw a clip of him saying like, "Yeah, it's crazy he didn't call me out." And I'm like, "Dog, you already beat him. Why would you want him to call you out?" I don't know. And, T over here got, I don't even think I said his name right. It's Teo, Theo or something like that. He got knocked out just recently. Not what the fuck I said knocked out. Outclassed by Shakur with the jab. That jab was crazy. And this dude, who I know he just named, I cannot think of his name right now. He just got an amazing performance the last round. Actually, I think him and Haney are supposed to go up next, or him and Shakur, I think it was. But yeah, we're gonna see. Ryan got options.
This weight class, there isn't a shortage of big names. While also you have the likes of Shakur Stevenson within reach at 140. Plenty of big names await Ryan, and now with the WBC strap around his waist, whatever comes next, he will be the A-side. What will be an interesting factor in what comes next is if Ryan is a promotional free agent or not. There's been conflicting reports if he is or if he isn't. And I guess only time will tell if he remains with Oscar De La Hoya or if he's free to find a new home. Yet, one fight I don't think we're going to see immediately next is that fight against Conor Benn. Although Conor's been yelling to anyone that will listen that he wants that WBC title shot, him signing with Zuffa has massively reduced the chance of that occurring. Under Zuffa, Ben won't be fighting for that WBC title. And over the last few weeks, we've seen a narrative out of the Ben camp. Baby, let's get lost for the night. And after.
I already have Band Lab. Probably why he giving me the ad.
Work. You have the right to fight back. An experienced employment lawyer can mean the difference between shift massively. It was originally all about the winner of Barrios Garcia. He wanted to follow in his father's footsteps. Yet then their focus seemed to turn to Rolly Romero. At both the Ring Awards and the ringside of Teo Shakur, Ben tried to have a go at Rolly to try and obviously hype up something between the two. So I really wouldn't be surprised to see a fight between those two next.
No.
And I think that's why we didn't really hear either of those names come from Garcia in any of the post-fight interviews or presses. But the two names we did hear the most from Garcia was Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. These two fights are simply massive. But the one I think all of us would like to see the most is that Haney rematch. Both fighters now hold titles, and both have momentum. Two fights are simply massive. But the one I think all of us would like to see the most is that Haney rematch. Both fighters now hold titles, and both have momentum coming off big wins. If there's a time to make this rematch happen, it's now. This is a fight that the Saudis have been interested in making in the past. The whole point of the Times Square card was to set up a rematch. So with the momentum being strong for both fighters, this could be a move. And with it now being a unification fight, it only makes it bigger. But both teams got to come to the table for it. And although Haney has seemed less keen over the past few months, they both had come to an agreement for the rematch in the past. The only reason it didn't happen was because Ryan lost to Rolly. So I think it's not impossible that we see this next. The other fight and the one that's been teased more is a Shakur-Stevenson matchup. Now, I reckon Shakur would simply dominate Garcia in a potential fight. I don't really see a path for Garcia winning outside of a shock KO. Shakur's entire style is designed to neutralize exactly what Ryan does best. Yeah, with Shakur's profile at an all-time high after beating Lopez and Ryan seemingly never one to shy away from a challenge, it's still very much a possibility of happening. Although with so many factors at play and no real path seemingly set, it's hard to definitively say what is next. But I do hope it's that Haney rematch. Whilst for Barrios, he has a long road back. It was thought that he was the weakest champion at 147, and tonight he unfortunately proved it. At 30 years of age, he really has enough time to stage a comeback.
I mean, that's still young, but I thought he was in his 20s.
How much does he
keep doing what you're doing, dog. You look good.
He has shared the ring with some of the biggest names in the sport, yet has always seemed to fall short of beating the true elite. A road back to a title will be tough for Barrios, but honestly, I wouldn't be stunned to see him eventually in another world title fight. He's a well-known name and could end up as a possible choice as a stay-busy opponent for another champ. Although, to get to that position, he'll have to at least win a couple fights in the meanwhile to prove he still has it. But I do hope the best for Barrios. He seems like a genuinely good dude, and I hope he can make a successful return after tonight. Yet all credit has to go towards Garcia. He took care of what was in front of him, became a world champ, and now has a world of opportunities in front of him. But now I want to hear what you think at home. What were your thoughts on their performances? And what do you see as next for both? Does Ryan fight a Shakur, Haney, or does he fight somebody else? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to like and subscribe, as it really does a ton to help the channel. Yet, thanks for watching, fellas, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.
Okay. So, first of all, my thoughts is I kind of do want to see the Haney fight again, but at the same time, I don't. Just because like Ryan already beat him, and like I was saying earlier, people were saying take PEDs away. Ryan really whooped his ass, and I'm not gonna lie, he did, because it didn't look like old boy had any answers to those shots that Ryan was hitting. And I know what you mean. Oh, well, he was on steroids. Of course, that shit was gonna hurt. No, I mean like. Even when Ryan was just swinging, it looked like he was not even trying to play defense. Because, like, it just looked like he wasn't even trying. Like, I don't know. My bad. But, yeah, it didn't even look like he was trying to do defense. It looked like he thought he was going to eat them shits at one point or whatever. But, yeah. But if it does happen and Ryan does beat him, which I truly believe Ryan will beat him, especially now that he's out here knocking dudes out with his right and not just his left. So now he has the right and the left to like knock you down. Yeah, I don't see Haney winning this rematch. But what I do see is Haney's father talking too much shit, because if y'all remember my reactions, go check them out. Haney's dad pissed me off. He talked way too much shit. I just talked to my boy not too long ago saying a lot of things I hate about boxing is the dads are getting too involved now. Like, you is not the champ, bro. And then like they holding the belts they son have or won. And it's like, bro, like, I can't stand that shit. But yeah, man. We'll see what happens. I think Garcia may get the rematch. They, like you said, they both have belts, and if he knocks out Haney or beats him badly like he did last time, he gets another belt. Shit, why not? Fuck it. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. I like this video. He does have a lot of options, like old boy said, but I think that Haney fight's most likely gonna happen. So yeah, and if not, maybe the Shakur fight. But I'm pretty sure he has to like move down a couple weights. And I kind of like Garcia with like where he's at right now. He looks fine to me. But compared to what the fuck he looked like when he fought Tank, that shit was homie looked like a stick. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all, man. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.